Now let's take a look at WION's monthly global markets and economic health check to see what happened in May. May proved to be a good month for risk assets, with Bitcoin gaining the most and outperforming most other major assets. The volatility, though, was evident from differing bets on US President Donald Trump's tariffs headlines almost every other day through the month. Bitcoin surged to an all-new time high of over $111,000, breaching the record high it hit on Trump's inauguration day in January. Gold and dollar were subdued to be little changed in May. Still, the yellow metal is up about 20% this year in the run that's seen it clinch at several record highs. Surprisingly, crude rose 2.5% for the month despite OPEC Group's pledge to increase production. Now, moving on to Asia-Pacific stock markets, Japanese stocks led the gains in Asia with over a 5% surge, followed by the Aussie stock index. The recovery in the emerging market stocks was a distinct theme again in May. Chinese and Indian stocks closed in the green, showing signs of a recovery amidst the pull and push in the trade war talks. Indian stocks have been running up, with the defense sector showing the biggest gains after Operation Sindoor. And in the Americas, frustration and fatigue on Trump's tariff rhetoric turned into a brisk but risk-filled rally. The S&P 500 gained 6%, marking its best May since 1990. The tech-heavy Nasdaq surged nearly 10%, driven by solid earnings. Nvidia reported a solid revenue outlook, underscoring big money bets in AI. Canadian and Brazilian stocks also closed out May on the green. Across the Atlantic, European stocks too performed well. German DAX led the gains in the region with a 6.7% rally. UK's FTSE gained over 3%, and the French CAC returned more than 2%. The South African stock index ended May with a 3% rise. Now let's turn our attention to the overall economic outlook. Let's look at the Asia-Pacific region first. Trump's trade war worries have weighed on the outlook for global economies. However, India is still expected to be the fastest growing major economy in the world, with bets of a significant slowdown easing. The outlook for the rest of Asia, though, remained negative. For China, the outlook is still mired with doubts from trade war worries and the recession in its real estate crisis. Japan and Aussie economic outlook mirrored worries from Trump's trade war. In the Americas, the outlook for the US, Canada, Brazil and Argentina shows trade tariffs are likely to hurt economic growth. For the US economy, stagflation bets are back on the table, with JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon warning of higher inflation and slowing growth. The economic activity expectations in Canada, Brazil and Argentina were also cut. On the other side of the Atlantic, the negative outlook seems to be more widespread. The expectations show the clouds are darkening again for the UK and other European economies. The outlook for African economies also remained negative.